We're live. FAZZ is in the motherfucking house. Welcome to the wait room, guys.
Yeah.
Sales.
Khabar.
Kabar baik.
Ish.
I was,
Hebat,
working, I was
hebat.
working today, so we're listening to some early 90s rap, Ice-T and stuff where I was working today, so I'm going to be saying motherfucker a lot for the rest of the day, so I apologize for my foul language.
It's okay, we say that
Now
anyway.
you're apologizing for your foreign.
No, you
I
didn't
said,
apologize.
I say that if not listening to anything.
Yeah, but maybe even worse tonight, just might have motherfucking I've heard Ice-T today. It was great. It was fantastic.
Okay, we'll do a combo, 3-4 languages.
Yeah, go for it. So,
Let's go.
So, Grace, why do you have a window with a curtain with no window?
Nice curtain, man. Nice curtain there.
Terima kasih. Thank you. I like my
Yeah.
decoration at the back. Yes.
Wow.
So
Really decked up.
Do you know what this one is? It's not a real curtain. I got it
Oh,
from
what
my
is it?
friend. She gave me as a gift, and then that's actually sarong. I made it into curtain.
So you tore the sarong in half.
Yes.
Oh man, as a sarong purist,
Purist.
I'm quite disappointed. You're not supposed to tear a sarong in half, man.
Derek, do you own a sarong? Derek, do you own a sarong?
I'm trying to think. Have I ever owned a dress? It used to be.
Farouk, that's not a. Farouk doesn't have a.
As an old goth.
That's not grey sarong, right? That's not grey sarong.
I'm sure Farouk has a sarong. I'm sure everybody here has a sarong, except for Derek.
I think Derek has a sarong.
above us, so we're here.
Mine's would have been made out of rubber or leather though back in the day, like so. Maybe.
Rubber leather sarong.
Rubber leather sarong. Oh
That
man.
defeats. I guess must be that cold over
Goth
there.
guys. Goth.
Oh, goth. Okay.
Goth.
That's expensive, man. You can buy like 100 sarongs with that, I guess. Nah.
Worth it. Worth it.
All right, Farouk. Oh,
Yes.
I don't know lah. I don't know how before this goes anywhere else. Why don't you kick off the FAZZ journey, or how FAZZ came about, and or how you got into the music, and
Or how you got into FAZZ, because technically no one here was the original members of FAZZ, correct?
It's fast.
Well, Grace is though. Grace is the founder.
Grace is the founder.
Can you imagine we are a full-blown Malaysian band?
Asma lied to us today then, because he sent us a FAZZ trivia.
No.
The two original members.
You know, Kelvin and Shah was my student. The original Kelvin and remember Kelvin, the first singer.
I like the minute you mentioned the name.
This is
both Grace
fantastic.
and Lynn
This
just
is
like,
fantastic. A look of confusion of more than what?
Wow.
if there are things that y'all want removed, we will remove later.
So this is some dark band history. Yeah.
This can be edited out if you want, but like the look of confusion when he named those two names, you're like going like, who? What? What's going on?
We need to have that. That was classic,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's classic, man.
So what was
So how was the
what
history of the band, man?
what was
Because
the
I was
2000
there when they formed the band and they were saying we're called FAZZ. It's like, what kind of name is that, man? Yeah.
Okay, at this point,
so Farouk-
I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna I'm gonna pass this to Grace because even I'm like, Shah?
Yeah, who's that?
Shah was a
Grace.
guitarist, but he never had a
Farouk.
guitarist. He never had a guitarist from them. So Shah was this guy. They made a video, man. Kevin was the first singer, right? So he's
Yeah.
like, so they did this video when it was my students, because they were doing film and theater, right? So they had this music
Oh.
video for a song called Money or something.
Oh yes, correct.
Right,
That
yeah.
was his
So-
first music video.
I think Shah just probably left the band right after that video, I think. So he like early on, this is his
That's
first guy.
super early then. That's before
Yeah,
he
yeah.
met you? Yeah. That's
So-
before Kevin met
so-
Grace.
So
There
Grace
you
was
go.
Grace wasn't the founder then. This is good. This is
Yeah.
This is good. Grace was not the founder.
whose idea was FAZZ?
Apparently,
Was-
you know, here was Kelvin and Shaz. You not listening to what's going on here, man? What's going on? Anybody here?
Am I
I
not
don't know who the
listening?
other two guys.
There's
the
so
other guys
much
were.
noise.
Interesting.
Kevin without the L. It's Kevin.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kevin.
it's
Sorry,
I
not
thought
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Oh,
Kevin.
Do
Kevin.
you want to share more?
Yeah,
How do you
bro.
get to know Kevin, Grace?
I got to know Kevin via Arif AB.
Ah, okay, Arif. Okay,
He's
cool.
also singer-songwriter.
Yes.
And then Kevin was looking for a pianist. And then
Ah,
Arif, that time Arif and I, we used to play together. Then
Okay.
Arif was like, Grace, I know this guy called Kevin. He's from theater and he writes interesting songs. Do you want to try? It's like, sure. So went into this studio and hi. And then Kim was like, hi. So we introduced each other.
ah.
Oh, you remember the first time you
Yeah.
met?
And I
How-
was like, hi, nice to meet you.
How
I'm
did he
like,
say?
"Oh my God,
How did he say hi again?
hi.
Exactly like that. Oh.
Yeah, right?
She's not faking it.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah. Then he showed his songs. Then I think it wasn't Shah. It was Brandon. If
Okay.
you remember. Yeah. Brandon was
I don't know,
there.
Brandon Z. Cruz. It was
One
different
thing I didn't
Brandon.
tell you, the dark history behind FAZZ is I used to be in the band. And they realized that all the things they didn't want to do when I was in the band.
It-
Yeah.
it's not that easy, lah. It's just I'm ancient, lah. So you know these things. Oh, fast. All right, fast. Cool. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so but I remember
Who's that
seeing
random
when
guy?
I remember when you were playing. I remember already when you were gigging. So that lineup wasn't. They never gig. I think when you start gigging, I saw you, Grace, already. You and Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were
Yeah.
playing already.
Yeah, it was just after that, it was just both of us. Then I spoke to Kevin, hey, why not we have more band members and we can expand the band because your sound has such that we can put more interesting sounds in it. And then Kevin was like, yeah, sure. Do you know anyone?
And they just grew.
Like, maybe. Farouk, would you want to join us? And I was like, yeah, sure. Can I play drums? Okay, let's go.
So Farooq came in for drums first. You serious, ah? Cool.
Oh fuck.
Is there any
Interesting,
instruments you
man.
don't play?
Shit. Yeah, I'm actually. There's a lot of instrument I wish I could
Secondly
play.
talented. Secondly talented.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This used to be the running joke in the band because about 6 months. Oh, yes, we were playing for about a year, just three of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or was it
Yeah.
just about 6 months or so, great? But it was quite short.
Yeah.
And we got another drummer because I was really bad at it. So basically, I sort of like kicked myself out of the drummer's chair and I started just picked up any other instrument that nobody else is playing. And that time it was the bass. That period, nobody wanted to play the bass. I'm like, okay.
That's weird
Nice,
for Malaysia.
nice.
It's because there's so many bass players in Malaysia. Crazy. Like one thing there's nothing shy of in this country is bass players. They're everywhere.
Yeah, my
Really-
orchestra
really-
has 7 bassists, man.
Really good.
That's a lot.
Yeah, our WhatsApp thread is run over by bassists. So yeah.
Spinal tap fucking for bass players.
Yeah. Cool. So but really the way for me, I think Fuzz really kind of coalesced with this lineup when Lynn and when I saw you guys live, like, wow, this is I mean with just the full and it's just
So
it's
how
just
long-
like it's a
how long
spectacle.
How long was the band going until Lynn joined and you kind of got the core lineup that we would regard as the core lineup of FAZZ? How long was that going on for before that happened?
Before what happened?
Oh man, that was fucking weird. I was like, are we lagging? What's going on?
Maybe need
Okay,
subtitles.
I think okay, this is what's gonna happen. Every time anybody's asking a question, while you're asking the question, pick a FAZZ member and direct the question. at them.
Okay.
Okay, so Derek, please direct your question.
Literally rabbit in headlights there. It was just a blank vacant stare.
Crazy, you should practice your
So Farouk, how long was the band together before the core member that we would regard as as fast
Oh,
as
I got it.
Well, putting aside the whole Shah and Calvin story, which to me is just like, wow, that's another extra 6 months maybe in a timeline that I was not even sure of. Right now from Mexico, we've been together about 10 years, but
Yeah.
it was 5 years down the road, or was it 4 years down the road before we met Lynn?
Okay.
Hey, more than 5 lah.
More than 5, is it?
So who was your
Wait, are
second?
we in our 10 years or 8 years now, Grace?
No, more than 8.
9? 9?
This is our 10th year.
10th already. Yeah.
So
So
Lynn joined
who-
us like in 2016.
16. Oh.
Yeah, about there.
So that's 4 years ago. Because only
Five,
2021 now. So
Yeah.
who was the singer prior to that?
Kevin.
Kevin was
Yeah,
the singer.
Kevin.
I don't think I've ever seen Kevin play along with
You
Faz.
might have at Murdy Career. I think Kevin did with FAZZ before he left FAZZ, and then later on FAZZ did a show with Lynn. Like I think it was 2 weeks later or
Okay,
something.
I certainly don't remember because
Something like I remember a transition happening because like I remember saw somebody else singing for FAZZ 1 month, and then I saw somebody else singing for FAZZ. Like
And
Probably
was-
that was after Reels.
Was
Yeah.
the style still the musical style the same? Because there's a certain theatric. I want to say
It was the same.
French
It was
French
pretty much the same.
theatrical regard to your music. Was that the same with Kevin as the singer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
And
But I
Kevin
thought-
started off the band with Grace doing this kind of music when they started off.
Okay.
So it's all between Grace and Kevin first. When I joined in, I didn't write anything. I just
Alright.
came in and like, hey, let's jam. And then they were presenting this piece without any rhythm or anything, just piano and vocals. And I thought, hey, maybe it's very swingish. We probably, get some groove into it. And it started off there and everything else just fall in place eventually.
Okay. Cool.
So Kevin used to bring the songs and you guys work around it. Is it? Was that how it was initially? So how did that change when he left the band? I mean, you guys started collaborating more as a band then I suppose from then on. Or who became more of the songwriter between the members?
Band members.
Right. Yes, Brandon. I think you were about to say something.
no, I was about to pick a FAZZ
could-
member.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just throwing all of you.
From this point onwards, when a non-FAZZ member asks a question, it's directed to a FAZZ member. So one of you answers the bloody question. Because none of us are going to be answering the questions. We're just asking the questions.
Right. So after Kevin left, Kevin and I we used to write songs together, but lyrics were mostly came from Kevin, and then I wrote the chords and the melody on top together. So after he left, because Lynn is also from theater background,
Yeah.
so she has that the personality to bring into the band, and then of course we had a bit of a commotion where who's gonna write songs now? Okay, what's going on? Yeah, but it took a while for us to sit down and be able to write songs. And now it's more of a 3 of us. We sit down and write songs together,
Okay.
not just coming from one person. Even
three-
though it can be a little bit like touchy and personal sometimes.
Of course.
But I think that's the stage
course.
that we try to understand
I
each
take
other more.
I take it the 3 core songwriters being the 3 we've got here: Farouk, Grace, and Lynn.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Now, how did you bump into them, Lynn? How you guys get to know each other?
I met Farouk in a anime convention. That was
Oh.
that was where we met.
Nerds.
And then
What were you dressed up? What were you dressed up
I
as?
was a rock princess in black.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I wore like a kimono-esque outfit, but it was my first big stage because Comic Fiesta is so huge. And then that was where I met Farouk. Farouk was the stage. What were you?
Manager?
Curator? Were you the curator of the session?
I was the stage producer at that time.
Yeah, producer. Yes.
So you're
yes.
working. Farouk was
For what?
working.
Like, was it a music part of the show or was it for the
Um,
convention?
All the stage related event. So I was creating
Oh.
the content, producing everything from stage performance to guests to
Wow.
in between shows. So like just like because that was my last year in Comic Fiesta, I believe. and I was there prior was there from 2012. When I met Lin was 2015, was it?
14.
Oh, 14.
Yeah,
wow.
14. We met on 14. That was end of the year. Like the show was end of December. So I met Farouk. Then mainly as a licensing person, we didn't perform in the same environment. He was also performing. So he saw my performance. I saw him perform. And then after that, Farouk approached and asked if I want to sing with FAZZ. I was like, sure, let's do this. Yeah. But it was a bit different because for me, it was like learning the songs that I was like, so, and then, Kevin, of course, he did come and help and guide through. But I was so stressed out when I was first given the materials, and I was like, how do we do this? So you just, okay, firstly, it's more about getting the key signatures right. And then after, it took me a while to be able to put in my own interpretation into songs. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
So there was that nice transition, huh? It's like a prime minister president. So okay, I'll show you the documents. so he actually, so he was already kind of guiding you to the songs. That's cool.
That's pretty nice of him. So it must have been amicable. It was amicable.
Yeah, I think
Kevin leaving then. It was just
we shared the stage
moving on.
once in Reels. We
Oh,
did
No,
we
actually,
did one. It was
your
the,
first show with us, it was actually for it was
Ferry.
in KL Live actually. Gig Ferry had their own festival, Gig Ferry Live.
It wasn't Reels, it's Greek Ferry.
Yeah.
It's a big
It was,
show.
yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Straight out of the deep end then.
Straight
So
out
you
of the-
started off, yeah, that was Lin's first show with us. We did the whole KL Live, and after that we did Reels. Is when Lin took over a couple of like one full set by herself before we transitioned over. So it was just like 1 or 2 gigs, and that's it. Then after that, Kevin left.
Okay. And
Do you sing in bands before, Lin? Do you sing in bands before, or was this your first band ever?
In Comic Fiesta, that was my very first band experience. But it was short. It wasn't really. It was prepared for that particular gig. So 5 songs, Japanese songs,
Oh,
practice, and then that was my first band experience right before I joined FAZZ.
Whoa.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, my previous, before bands, I never joined bands because I don't think I like Chinchai joining bands kind of idea. But I came from Penang, and then I don't really know a lot of people, and I wasn't that kind of person that, are you do you guys want to sing kind of thing. So I was pretty quiet. I was a choir girl, choir, and it's much later that I had the thought to want to explore singing with a band. Yeah, basically in 2014. Yeah.
Interesting, man. Damn.
so during the period that Kevin was the lead singer, how long were you doing? Would you start off doing just covers, or was it just original material from day one, and was just constant original material? I know you throw in a few covers, even still now you throw in a few covers, but they're very differently worked covers of well-known songs. So, but was it always originals from day one?
Yeah. Yeah, we always perform original songs more than cover songs. That was our aim.
Good.
Yeah, but along the way, we also wanted to explore different kinds of songs and then cover songs, especially. And Farouk sort of took the idea to rearrange the whole song and have a more of a fast flavor into it.
Type project.
Face could be the
Sorry.
band too.
Project.
And the theatrics, that was always there from day one.
Yeah, how do you guys manage that? Who comes up with the idea for the show, theatrics, and
Because
all
that is it. Because you guys do put on a show, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it ain't.
But
it ain't.
I always
it ain't,
felt, I felt
it ain't 6 or 7
Yeah.
people on stage playing. It's a show.
It's a show, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
a show.
I always felt that became more showy because when Lin came in the band, I mean, first time seeing when Lin was in the band, I was like, wow, this is like it's almost a reset of the band. I felt that
Oh, well,
was
Lynn's my favorite fun person in Malaysia by a
Yeah, man.
long distance.
Yeah.
like, wow,
that's
this is
right.
what we need, man. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
Yes.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
so when people ask me how should when people ask me how
Imaginary.
should a band perform live, I always say, have you seen FAZZ play? And they're going, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you perform live. That's what you
Yeah,
do.
man.
I go. You want to see the musicians enjoying their own music. You do not want to see them play, looking at themselves playing their own instruments. Most boring thing you'll ever see. And you guys put on a show.
Right.
Them short, man.
Absolute show.
Thank you. I mean, when it comes to FAZZ, it's we're very lucky to have also grateful to have Lin and Farouk on the board because when it comes to stage presentation, they really care.
Oh,
They super care, and they can be so anal. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, but
Hey, you didn't express that. What kind of examples?
like
Oh,
how do we really
way
do
over.
that? I don't want that.
I'm not
Like,
there.
how do we choreograph this? Yeah, this is the song direction. How do we present this? What kind of expression do you want? What do you mean by that? All into detailing. So all the band members, we also learn at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
But all that
that
work,
was
that,
the
all that
direction.
work comes across. It's worth it in the
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
worth it, man.
Because I
You
would,
a
I,
lot of
w-
thought.
I would hate to be the band who has to follow you guys on stage. I mean, I would like the challenge. It would be a fun challenge for the band, but like most bands probably are terrified to even going anywhere near you after you guys are on stage because like the audience are. You just as an audience member, you're tired after watching you guys. Never mind when you guys been on stage, must be exhausted. It's fantastic to watch. Absolutely fantastic to watch.
Oh, I love having. I mean,
Never
the
mind
two
the
gigs
fact-
I
never
organized
mind
at
the fact
Live Pack
you've
got you
great
guys to play,
songs.
man. Yeah, man. I mean, the two favorite gigs I organized the past couple of years were the one gigs where you guys played long.
Yeah.
You know, those were fun nights. You know. I think
Same.
the
Getting to mix you
So,
guys
the-
is always fun. Like it's always a pleasure to mix you guys live because like you get to enjoy being behind the board because it's a challenge. It's difficult to mix, but it's a challenge. It's fun and a challenge because you get to watch a fantastic band enjoy themselves on stage.
do you choreograph your horn guys section to also? Hey, don't just stand there, man. Like like were they already like that? They're just nuts and just go, yeah, we're crazy, yeah. And then, can you
When
play
doing
horns? Or is
rehearsal,
it
you just go like wah, like wah.
Uh,
They was like,
uh.
"Yeah, how about that? Okay, let's all do that. Sometimes
Ah,
it just comes like so impromptu. But sometimes we
Okay.
think about it and how can we come up with a proper choreograph for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, man.
We also do have like crazy horn players that really gave. You know, there's some musicians that just give you so much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
is that so crazy? He literally just did a what do you call that dance?
The
Ta- 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 ta-
tattoo
ta.
dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You were playing the saxophone. I was like, what the hell?
Oh,
It was so funny.
The Russian,
was so
the Russian
contagious.
Cossack dance, isn't it? The
Yes,
Cossack
Cossack dance.
Cossack
Exactly.
dance, yeah. Oh, that's during the but your song.
Yeah, that's right.
Classic.
Fantastic, like. But that's what you want to see because you're watching. You're going because
Exactly.
a lot of people just focus on the singers, but then you see that in your peripherals. What the fuck's the saxophone player doing over there? He's doing a Cossack dance. Jesus Christ!
Yeah. I love a band like you guys like Tornado. Like, where do I look, man? It's like everybody's like, wow, it's just amazing. Yeah.
But it's not.
Well,
it's not. It is not. It's controlled chaos. How I would describe
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
It's very, very controlled because you're not a loose band. You're very tight. There's songs
Yes.
going on there. There's good songs going on there. So it seems chaotic, but it's controlled very well. So obviously, as Grace says, it's choreographed almost anally to the point that you know exactly where everybody should be at every single point on the stage, which is great.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
not
What
just
has
that,
been-
band is tight as well.
Yeah.
While they're
Tight,
doing
yeah.
all that, tight as hell.
Yeah, man.
What has been the most memorable FAZZ gig to date?
A lot.
yeah.
A lot. I think each of us have one particular gig in mind.
Go for it.
All right.
I get mine.
Grace first. Grace, Lin, and then Farouk.
Oh my god, I'm still thinking. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want me to take first?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
okay, I'll take first. Whenever someone asks about this, I will always share this gig that we had in Kyoto. We had in Kyoto. Yeah, it was funny because
For the
we were
tour.
loud and the space was so small, and it was a gig basically played to the foreigners specifically because that I think a foreigner owned the band, owned the not the band, the location, the venue.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was small. We were loud, and halfway kita main. I don't know for how long, but halfway kita main, Pakcik Police came up.
Oh, serious?
He was so angry. He was so angry. He was saying, "You guys are so noisy. Who to say? Who to say?" And then he was yelling. Half of the time you don't understand it, and we were not told to stop, so we still continued on, but we had to rush back because we were chasing for the train to go back to Osaka. But it was so funny because it's like, wow, authority is so cool.
Damn tune.
Right.
That's so fun.
He was so angry. Yeah.
Yeah, the policeman was really angry.
Yeah, he was so loud. And he was out of control. I just felt like, I feel that it's sad because you're not able to join us in this party. Why are you so angry and sad? Yeah. But that was
But
one of my
but
favorite.
why was the venue like by the road or something or what?
It was
No.
like
It was
the
on the
third
top
floor. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something like Changkat actually. It would look something like
Oh.
Changkat. It's like a weekend and it's
Okay.
packed with tourists, a bar opening up to the floor, and next thing you know, upstairs there's like a band playing, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
bang, boom, bang, and
Yeah, alright.
And you what? Oh man, fantastic. Shoot.
Alright, Grace.
I love that story.
Now, Grace, your turn.
Oh my gosh, so many gigs. Okay, if I were to choose one, is when we are all in Korea. I think during that time, I think we really wanted to just play everywhere, wherever we could, whichever places we could get a chance to play. And I invited my parents over, and that was their first time watch our performance. But the first time they watch our performance is when we had almost no audience. It was an underground bar, and it was very
Thunderhouse.
yeah, Thunderhouse. It was smoky, and that's not the place that my parents will usually go to. But my parents were so nice that they brought a picnic box. They packed food.
Wow.
They brought an apple and then like
That
some
is
kind
good
of
parenting, lah.
Wow.
That's just good
Wow.
parenting.
Yeah, they
Oh,
brought
man.
Coca-Cola and everything together. My father was carrying like these and the bar.
Wow.
So we always share food after that. Yeah, so it was literally a playing. I mean, we performed in front of our parents, my parents. But
Private show.
Family, like a family picnic,
I was
lah.
like, they're still very polite.
Tough audience, is it?
That must have been
Yeah, so that's one of the gigs I remember. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Alright,
Wow.
Farouk.
Farooq.
For me, I can't because every time I think about this, it's always been the same two shows that happen at the same venue, and I actually have two favorite P, and that is both of them happen in Merdekaya. The first time was when Lynn first had a full-scale show with us. That was the first time she performed with us. First time we had a full-scale show with her. And it was after that show, we realized that we will be fine because it was after Kevin left. And that one full-on show, Lynn handled that. We just felt, okay, you know what? We are going to be fine. Our future is safe. And exactly, I think about a year after that, when Melanie contacted us to come for anniversary. So we had a show previously in KL Pack for Malaysian Piano Jazz Festival. And we rushed to Merdekaya. My job is like so what we're playing, what's the set list and everything. That was the first time I be like, we'll just go play. We end up playing everything we had in our repertoire. We stayed for about an hour and 20 minutes on stage, non-stop.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
We were just playing until after 12, Brian was like, I think we kind of have to stop. But we're like, we still have songs, we don't care.
I think it was there for that one. I'm nearly sure it was there for that one.
Fantastic.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
What
a
year
very
was
very
this?
long FAZZ set in Merdekaya. A very
Correct.
long.
That was,
I think I
was
did
actually
your
quite
sound for the
recent.
first show.
Right.
Your first show with Lynn, I think I did.
I believe so too, yeah. I think, that's why I first met you too, right? Knowing that it was from Merdekaya. Yeah.
That's true.
So-
Yes.
So
I
that
met
two
all of
shows
you.
was for me the most memorable
Wow.
show that I'll think of forever. If anyone was like, has to be these two shows. So always be
Nice.
Merdekaya first. For me,
Yeah. Cool. That's great, lah. It was tough to get all of you onto Merdekaria's board at that point because they didn't have an
imagine.
expensive board.
Yeah,
Because
it
I
was
remember
so
even having to do
amazing.
Nadir, I had to get two of the members to share a line lah. So they won. Like I just had to bet. Oh my god! But you guys, yeah, that was a great show lah.
Thank you.
We
Nice,
used to. We have the same. We have the concept like we're not exactly the most well proficient players when it comes to music or anything. We're just like we have a song, we want to present it, we have a stage, and we have an audience. So let's take the best of just make the best out of it. Try to present it the best we can.
Rock
If
and
the
roll,
venue
man.
can provide,
I
with
think
the
that's it. That's
sound,
the attitude you
Rock
gotta have.
and roll, man.
Yeah, man. That's all. That's all you need.
Izas, our saxophone player, always taught us like, "If sorry, bro, we don't have enough line for you." He's like, "Wait, how big is the place?" Like Merdeka, yeah, I don't get no need mic. It's okay, I'll just run around. So as long as you can,
Yeah, there you go.
can hear it, you play it. The
Yeah,
rest is
that's
like
true.
whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in a venue like
So
easy lah.
in a venue like Merdekaria, you can easily get away with from kick, snare, two vocal mics. Everything else don't need mic'd up because the place is small enough. You'll still create somewhat of a sound.
Plus you have greater space because you don't have a guitarist. So that's always refreshing when I first saw FAZZ. Like, all right, man, cool. No guitar, thank God. Yeah. Something different, yeah. I play guitar, but I don't
you
worship
silly
the guitar.
fucker. The fuck?
Yeah, I don't, the guitar is just a tool for me. I don't worship the fucking guitar. I don't play it. I start digging. It's a tool, like a hammer. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's very important. There's a sense of space, right?
Yeah.
That I always find refreshing. Yeah.
And there's a secret behind that, though. There's a reason why a guitarist will never work in FAZZ. And there's a year-long debate first, and that's because both me and Grace, when we play together as a band, we only have drum, bass, and piano.
Yeah.
I don't actually play bass properly because I am not a trained bassist. I just play the bass like a guitar. So
Fuck,
when
you play it with
when there's
confidence,
another
then for a guy who's not a trained bass
Yeah,
player,
don't simply say Farooq, I tell you,
Okay, I'll tell you a story. When I first joined FAZZ, when I kicked myself off playing the drums, I said, if I'm going to play bass, I'm sorry, I was never bassist, and I always felt bassists are boring. They're like playing one note at the back kind of shit. And I'll be like, okay, if I'm going to play, I'm going to be different. And at that time, my housemate, Daniel Suma.
Oh, Daniel Suba.
What was
You still
that?
love with Daniel?
Yeah, so he gave me my first upright.
Okay.
And nobody was using it at home. So I thought, okay, I'll use it. And ask Grace, we spent a year playing in the studio. We never gigged because I was playing so bad. And Grace and Kevin was like, for a year we did not gig, and until okay, now we can go out and play a set or so. Let's go. And it all started from there.
Speaking of Daniel, shout out to him and Carmen who got married last week finally.
Yeah.
Well done, you both.
Nice. Congratulations. Dum, dum, dum.
Derek, for our quick takes, just cut Grace and Lynn. Just do
It's just going to be them two as a fucking comedy duo for our quick.
just loop that lah.
We have a little highlight reel that Derek puts together called the quick takes.
Especially that double take they did, that's going to be just repeated.
Yeah.
These questions,
and the laughing,
double take,
laugh.
and then the cackling.
Yeah.
No, it's not laughing, it's cackling.
Hey!
It's cackling.
Kill that.
Okay, we'll leave it here for the first set. In the second, I think we'll go into your tour of Japan, because I want to ask some interesting questions about that, especially about Japanese clubs and crazy Brazilian women, because I've been told a few stories.
That has to be Joan. That has to be Joan's story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's call Joan. Let's call
Farooq,
Joan.
you linked that quite fast.
Yes.
Do you see how quickly?
Okay.
See how
Maybe it's a man
fucking-
thing. I have no idea about the Brazilian women.
No, the thing is, this Brazilian story is, we were supposed to keep it like a secret because what happened that night was so guys, we go back, make sure we cannot tell anyone about this party we're having. And this is so dangerous. Yeah, it was at New Lax, and we've never shared this with anyone actually. But I hope we didn't tell people about the story because it was.
That's why exclusive. Wait,
Okay, guys, if you
So
want,
how does Derek know what this
yeah, how does I know all about it?
Exactly.
I think I was there when this
Has to
story
be
came out,
Joan.
Was this in Publica?
Yeah, it was. It was in
Yeah, I
Publica,
was there.
yeah,
All right. Let's
And
think.
Save it for part two. Save it part two.
we'll go in the recording of your first album too, because we really want to get into that as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's a great album.
All right, yeah. So 10-minute break, guys, and then I'll send you a new invite. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. We'll
Guys,
see you in part 2, guys.
Yep.
And we're back with part 2 of the FAZZ episode of the podcast. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for doing
Welcome
this. So, you just for a Malaysian band and an unsigned Malaysian band, you've kind of toured quite extensively. So, whose ideas was it to get the tours going, and how you get them together? Because you've been in Korea, you've been in Japan, anywhere else?
We went to
Singapore.
Singapore.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's about it.
Okay. Well,
How you plan logistics, man? Because
Yeah,
you're a big band, man. It's not like
the
one.
the Korean Japanese tours. Take us through.
Yeah,
the,
that was
the,
extensive.
The planning
Yeah.
and the plan and how those tours came about.
The first one was actually with Lin. Well, no. The first one we had was with Kevin, but the actual first one that we actually fully run, where we actually organized it together, was actually with Lin.
Okay.
Remember the story when Lin just joined the band?
Yeah.
Like 3 months down the road, we just like, okay, let's go to Korea.
That's pretty good. Like
That's a honeymoon. That's a honeymoon, man.
Because we thought, what better way to gel the band together than to take all this, because technically that time even the horn section were relatively new.
yeah.
So what better way to bond with one another than just to throw them in a place where they have no home to go to rent or whatever, and just be with themselves and rely on each other. No matter they hate each other, they're angry or anything, they only have each other. So that was the idea.
But that's how bands get tighter, you're on the road together.
Yeah.
And
You'll soon
That's why I
learn.
think-
You'll soon learn quickly. Are these people right for the band or not on a tour?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
definitely. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
So was everything left up to Grace because of the tour was in Korea and Grace, you're from Korea, so was it everything left up for you to organize, or was it like how did you go about it?
It was hard because I don't usually go back to Korea all the time. So for me to go back to Korea with my band, I felt foreign as well in my own country. And I kept saying like, welcome back to my country, welcome back to my land. I had no idea. Even myself, when I enter shops, then they speak English to me because I don't look like one. I was like, I'm a Korean. They were like, oh, you're a Korean. So I played a role as a tour guide-ish because I could speak Korean. Yeah, but at the same time, I also needed to adapt myself to like changing culture in music industry there. Because I don't go to bars in Korea, I go to bars here, not in Korea.
Who
So I know anyone.
Who organized the venues? Who organized where you were playing and how you were playing? Like, take us through take us through the logistics. Like, did you get in contact with event organizers in Korea, or how did it go about?
I had a friend, and then also I think we had our common friend, right? Yeah, and then they helped us to look for venues in Korea, and then helped us to book them. After it, the communication was on.
It wasn't.
To us.
Was it Mac? Life Fact was it the guys from Life Fact?
No.
Oh no, it wasn't Mark. No.
No.
It was,
Yeah, they're all Koreans.
yeah,
Okay.
local Koreans.
Yeah.
Because I thought because Mac would have extensive connections around the whole way around Southeast Asia and venues and stuff
Back
like that.
then, we didn't know him that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we did FAZZ perform in Life Act previously before I came in? No, right. And when we went into Life Act, it was 2015, right
Ish.
after the tour. Actually, yes, right after the tour.
Okay.
No, we performed before the tour, and then we came back after the tour and performed at Life Act. Yeah, and that was where we got closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Cool. So how many venues? How many gigs did you, and places did you play in?
Shows do you play? Yeah.
Korea, it's quite 4 or 5. I think Thunder Horse was the 5th one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farouk, do you remember roughly how many venues you performed?
How many towns? How many cities? You remember?
For Korea, we had one festival, and if I'm not mistaken, 3 live houses.
Okay.
We had Club Bang, Boogie Woogie.
Oh, Club Bang. I played that before. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our first show. We reached there. The next day, we went to Club Bang. We were right opposite the Club Bang because we came in early. We're like, hey, we're Malaysian. Let's put on a good impression. Let's be there early. We went there. The venue's not even open yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we ended up went across the street, hang out for a while.
And then
Actually,
you,
in fact,
and then
no.
you were probably late for your sound check.
Yeah, so we were good. And after that,
We always
And-
late because
oh.
we're too early.
and the funniest thing happened was like it was our first show, and Joan, our previous drummer, our ex-drummer, actually broke the drum skin, the kick skin.
Oh, that's
During
right.
the first song, it just broke, and here we are. All right, guys, our set is all very like curated, song after song, whole
Yeah.
storytelling up and down. We don't play stop.
Oh,
After the first song broke, he was just like, "My kick broke." Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was that. Oh, we also play with Soul
Strange
Train.
Fruit.
That was Strange Fruit.
Strange
So
Fruit,
5.
yeah.
5
Five
venues
venues.
altogether.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How long did you stay in Korea for?
That was a week.
A
actually.
week.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That was summer or was it winter or
It was
Was it cold?
autumn.
Autumn.
oh, nice lah.
So
Okay.
Korea and autumn must have been nice.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, economy is actually not as expensive as summer, and not many people actually go there, so we don't have to spend so much, and it's
Yeah.
not.
Ah.
So technically, standard. What we learned from our tour managers when we were there in Japan the year after was like, you go usually either during spring or autumn, so that you don't have to pay so much until later on when you get booked for more venues and festivals, so you can
Yeah.
start coming during the hot peak season.
I played there winter, so everything was dirt cheap, but of course it's fucking freezing.
It was
I couldn't like my cause. It's cold.
It's cold.
Poor
Wait,
people problems as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah. And then
you
after that,
playing
we
outdoor?
pardon?
Why was it? Did they not have heating inside the venue? What the? Why is it so cold?
It's still cold to us, man. It's not like
Hey, Derek, you come from the snow areas all, huh? Ah, you don't. We are used to
it's
heat.
still cold to us.
No
All-
fucking fluid. There's no fluid in your
We
body.
just had a heat wave
One of
in Penang.
the-
Heat
Right.
wave.
Cool.
that
So the
big of-
Japan tour was a lot more extensive. You guys played like pretty much the whole stretch of cities, right? That came
Yeah.
after.
That was the year after. We did
That's
Korea
right.
and Japan simultaneously. We did a week in Korea and a week in Japan.
That's pretty
3
cool.
weeks,
That's
3
cute.
days. Yeah.
Massive. Wow.
Who organized the Japanese tour? Was by
Yeah.
Were you starting getting
Actually,
invited?
Carmen
organized
and
it?
Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was the one who because we were in Japan with Kevin the first year prior to Lynn, and we met with the organizer there.
Yeah.
We were there through Comic Fiesta actually, we
Ah,
were
right.
representing Malaysia for like an anime convention with all the bands from around the
Carmen-
world playing anime music.
Yeah, Carmen and
Mhm.
Daniel, they're big in they're like technical. They're part of the main tech team for those comic conventions,
Comic-
aren't they?
The current one. After I left
Yeah.
Comic Fiesta, they took over. But we were working
Yeah.
together previously as well.
Yeah, yeah,
When I
so,
left,
like-
they took over.
And Carmen's organized Japanese tours for Najwa and stuff like that. There, so the
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right.
connections there, like
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened the year after was we spent a whole month in Japan.
A month.
Yeah.
Play
About a month.
3 weeks.
we were
Yeah.
in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto.
And how was
Kobe.
that?
Kobe.
Kobe as well. So we
Yeah.
actually have to flew within Japan as well, just to go from places because it was just
So
a bit too far.
super professional, the shows. Everything on
Cool.
time, 2 time.
Japanese
And
man
you're
can't
right.
be late, man.
The most important part for us is how did we fund it. So for us, we felt like, you know what,
Yes.
the best way to tour is to fund your own tour.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
yes,
how did
yes.
you fund it then? Don't just say that and then just.
Come on, give us a 10-point
Yeah.
plan, Farouk.
What's this? What's this? A
Yeah.
fucking? What is this? A YouTube video? Well, I'll
Tell
tell
your
you how I
car,
funded my
man.
tour after you pay me $10.99 a month.
Yeah, you can subscribe.
I think think we worked really hard for the tour to be able to fund ourselves. Yeah. Like we got a lot of gigs and we just say yes to, and then we didn't
Johnny Mackans.
split that money
Just
into
Johnny
ourselves.
Mackans
We
gigs.
just like bank money.
Yeah, no one touches this, okay? It's for the tour, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't get paid from those gigs, but we just saved it, and then yeah, there we go.
That's excellent.
Nice.
That's the way you do it.
Fucking rock and roll, man. Yeah, man.
But that offers you experience that you could never.
Yeah.
You might never get, like the majority of Malaysian bands are never going to get that experience. They're never going to do it.
Yeah.
And you just got, not only did you play those gigs, but you spent a whole month in Japan. Like that's just
Yeah,
a
man.
whole life experience in one go. Like
Yeah.
I remember following your social media during a tour. Yeah. Just following
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, yeah, man, it's like so cool.
What we wanted was periodically, as we keep on doing the same thing, we wanted to experience something different. Like the first year, we wanted to bond together as a group, try to put us in the toughest place without any friends around. And then the year after, we thought, why don't we try to experience the whole, today we have a show, tomorrow we have another show, third day another show, and then 1 day rest, and then 3 days period.
And
So we had,
different cities.
we actually travel a lot. I think majority of the time we were just traveling rather than actually playing. It was like midway we got a bit like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill that guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna choke this guy kind of stuff feeling. But
now do
it
it
was
for,
just
now do
the
it for 2
fatigue
years.
themselves.
Do that for the 2 years, and you'll see why most bands break up during a fucking tour.
That's why I tour solo, man. I want to fucking one else.
You probably felt like
But
yourself. About 4
It's,
times.
it's
Yeah.
always like that first, you know.
There's
Then the
just
songs
fighting
come
with the mirror. That's why. Correct.
Fight club shit going on after that.
Fight Club lah.
But like for us, every time we were like, because there's like 7 of us, just the band member, 7 of us, just the band member, and then we had
Omar.
our tour manager and our videographer. We brought Omar to just document the whole event with us and trying to get everything down within a day, traveling like 8 packs all together. It's like within a day you can see us get so emotionally drained, angry, but right after the show we were just like, fuck man, that was so worth it.
Yeah, of course.
Suddenly it's just like, I love you too. Next day repeat.
Nice.
Runs and
Yes.
repeat. That's tour. It's just runs and repeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many did any fights happen? Or not?
Of course. It happened.
I have no idea. I won't vouch that because I don't think any fight happens. Argument, yes, but not fights. I don't think we
Oh,
were.
not physical fight. Yes.
No lah. No.
No,
Sounds like Indian. When I say fight, it doesn't mean physical.
I mean,
I fight myself on tour, man. Like, fuck you.
But yes, disagreements, like somebody don't want to talk to you all for a while. Just let's go and
Merajuk lah.
Merajuk.
Of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Actually, Lynn, because you were fairly new to the band when you all first went on tour, what was that like? Like, did you feel like at the beginning, like maybe a bit out of place? Were people?
Oh, you're more neutral.
In the first year I felt out of place. I'm a person that warms up very slowly, very, very slowly, very, very slowly. So first year I felt a little bit funny on how I should position myself because to me singing the songs of FAZZ really took a lot of time to really break down and understand. And until that happens, it's literally work, corporate, work, get this done, get this song done, get the key right, lyrics, change key signature and all that. So it's very mechanical for the first period, first stage. But I was keen to do to tour with the band. I wanted to do it like everybody else. Just don't fuck it up as a singer because you have to guard your position. And yeah, that's pretty much the first year. Yeah.
Nice.
And then second year, of course, we have more disagreements and more drama because it's a longer period, like 3 weeks together, back to back. And then Grace asked me after the tour, but that's not what happened during the tour. She said, like, do we not give enough space? I said, no. So it was basically like, day to day things that sometimes, like, for example, if we are all living here in KL comfortably, we have our own space, like at home, in the office, and then we go to the band. So I don't necessarily bring everything I have in my load or like the things that I face in life to the rehearsal room. I was just and I come to the rehearsal room, guys, I'm ready. But now it's just like, wow, all the time. Makan. In the train, I remember Joan asking me a question like, "Hey, aren't we supposed to be in the same carriage?" I'm like, "No, I know where we are. I know where we go down. You see this place, I take man." Yeah, she's like, you're not coming in with us?" I'm like, "No, I'm going the other side. I'm confident we can handle this." No, not with us. Yeah. Little details like this, but we definitely learned more about each other after that tour. Yeah, there were some moments it was like not only from me but each other. Yeah,
It's only human.
Very, very normal.
Very
Normal.
Yeah,
It has to happen. It has to happen.
Mm.
Wow. Just reminiscing, tour.
Everybody now thinking of their
everything.
life experiences.
Band fights on tour, yeah.
Man, I just wish things just get better now, because now I'm just wishing that I spend
Missing
more
touring.
energy focusing towards going abroad. Like, man, now I'm listening to these stories and I'm thinking, wow, how privileged, some of us were to be able to, go abroad, spend weeks and months.
Yeah.
Taking a big dive, it's really, like you said, it's a commitment,
Yeah.
You really have to eat up road, you can't like be, but I think that's where, like you said, a lot of Malaysian bands don't do that. It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
The problem the Malaysian circuit bands are just fucking comfortable. Want to go play their video game, be a girlfriend. So how are you gonna fucking go anywhere with that shit, man?
Like the typical story, actually. One of the classic one we keep sharing with the band is like, how we heard these stories. At the States, live houses don't have any backlines. People actually book venues.
I've been saying
Bring
that
your own stuff.
since I moved since I moved to Malaysia, and
spoiled brats.
When I started working, as soon as I started working, seeing all this equipment on stage, I was going, why is there a backline on stage? And they're going like, what do you mean? And I go, in Ireland,
I never forget
backline
one,
in Ireland. Like there's an empty stage and a stage box. That's it. And like as a sound engineer, we have all the microphones and cables and mic stands off the stage, waiting for the band to arrive. The bands bring their own backline for every single.
There was one festival there was one festival Mark was doing, and they had a briefing with the band. So I was there. There was this one band, man, that annoyed me. Like Mark was they were supplying 2 drum sets so each bands can move in. This guy was like, "Oh, what drum? What make is it? Oh, my drummer is like, fucking brat. Fuck off, man."
No, in Ireland, that's what you've been told. You're going, we've got 2 drum kits. You can even play one or you can play the other. Do you not like either one of them? Okay, fuck off home.
Yeah, fuck off.
Go home. What's wrong with you? Like Malaysian musicians are spoiled beyond belief. Beyond spoiled. Very talented, but like absolutely spoiled. Like imagine having to bring your own equipment, set it up.
Cable also don't have lah Malaysia. Ayolah, just play open mic, bro. Pinjam cable. Cable pun tak ada. Take everything lah.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure for singer-songwriters, you guys go on stage and sometimes you go to situation, right? Hey, can I borrow your guitar too?
Hey, we've
open micers.
Cable, capo. Some people guitar also want to borrow.
You can tell if the guitar very expensive. If guitar very expensive, got no cable one. Like open the case, Martin, bro, can borrow your cable? Wow. You spend so much on guitar, can't afford cable. I see. Okay, here, man.
Sometimes the guitar pickup got no battery also. Ada,
So
still the Martin.
You know what? The guitar have no sound. No, everything's fine. Sound engineer. Have to blame the sound engineer. Have to blame sound engineer. The guy just sitting there like, the fuck?
Volume tak tahu kat mana. Tak tahu mana volume.
Don't know where.
So bad. Alamak.
No, the,
Yeah,
the, be-
we
the
went
best
through
one,
that.
the best one I always get is before the gig starts and the musicians start playing their instruments, or they start. If it's an acoustic guitar guy, he starts playing it, and he goes, "I can't hear myself." I go, "I know, I've got you muted. You're not starting yet. I've got the whole. I want you to make. I want you to look a wee bit professional, not you just sitting strumming a pile of crap prior to you starting playing your first song. So you've already sound checked. I just go. I've got you muted. You're muted. Shh. You're coming in fine." But they want to hear themselves straight away.
Oh my goodness.
Don't get me started.
Oh,
Rant for hours.
right.
But
Right.
on tour who win the band? Who is the communicator? Let's say with the venue owners, the sound person. Who's the one that are like, oh,
Yeah.
you
I think Yin also did it. Carmen also did it.
You
Yeah.
did it
Okay.
for the
I did
Korean.
it. I
So-
did it for
So
Korea.
for Japan, you brought Carmen as a sound engineer, as a tour manager. Or
Yeah.
did she
No.
did she
For
did
the
she actually
first
tour?
one, yes.
She
Yeah.
toured with you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the,
She
that's
was
the,
there.
What is that?
Yeah.
So that took a lot of stress off you guys anyway. You're paying
That's
someone to
good.
actually do the job that needs to be done, like because the tour manager's jobs. If you have to tour manage and be the musician, that's a massive pain in the ass. So
yeah.
it's a massive stress because if something goes wrong, everybody's just going to turn around and look at you, going like, "You fucking booked this. You were talking to this venue. What's going on? The shit isn't here that we asked to be here." Like so.
Yeah.
I did that once
Like
for
our-
organizing. Sorry.
No, you were saying?
No, I did a show once for that just in Malaysia where I had to bring musicians from KL to Johor, and even that was just headache. I cannot imagine being in another country with with a bunch of people and something gets fucked up, and then you're just like, oh fuck, man, must be stressful.
Actually, yeah, the first question you had earlier, like who handled the logistics and everything, because I think for us, right, we're like a huge band.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you were to ask how do we get all those logistics done, I honestly think the best answer is that is the girls, man.
Yeah.
They actually spend months before planning our
That's
trip, which route we should take, which train station to go to, even without a translator, like in Japan. They have an app for your train services to know which train to go for. And I was like that. I don't know any of this. And the girls, at that time, it was Grace, Lynn, and we had another girl named Yin. She was technically our designer and also like our manager as well, who just
Okay.
communicate first around. They were like planning everything, top to bottom, financials, everything. So I'm like,
Go
yeah,
to
man,
women.
without that, we'll be going there. Where do we go to next? I have no idea. Let's
That's
chill at the
right.
airport.
Yeah, let's
A band full of guys are complete basket case on tour. No wonder they break up. You see all the band.
let's just go to the pub. Let's just go to the pub and figure it out. Let's just go to the pub, get a drink, figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yes, exactly. Don't worry, bro. Ken, bro.
10 hours later, they're crawling out of the bar going, "What the fuck happened?" So, favorite gigs in Japan?
Aside from that police story.
Yes, I found the
Oh, right.
Favorite show in Japan.
favorite show in Japan.
I like the one in Osaka when they actually arranged a group of horn, like big bands with horns. So there were five bands.
Right.
Were there? Was it 5 bands? So we were there
All with
like,
horns.
wow, like yeah, all with horns. You see the veterans. You see the. I mean, most of them do not play professionally. Like they have a day job and they go in and play. And then you're like, wow, that uncle right there, wow, that auntie right there, they're in the 40s, even in the 50s. I'm like, wow. And,
Oh
and some of them,
yeah, Osaka.
yeah, some of them
yes.
even made
Nice.
like a point to like go like I don't know, like I think they gathered around the dressing room to come say hi to us. Oh, thank you for coming. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
because
really
they
a
were
nice.
curating the show, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that they actually curate the show, like the whole night show. They got this band coming from Malaysia. They listen to our music, study our performance. They select band to play together the same set first that sounds or look exactly like us, with the horns and
Yeah.
everything.
Nice.
They used to see a
They've
lot of
actually planned it.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
ska band, fusion band, and everyone was just like going all out. We were just there. What the fuck is going on here?
It was so funny because you can see all types of band. There was an all-girl band doing their ha-ha thing with their shortcuts. I'm like, wow! And then there was like this veteran band, and there was so many kinds. So I was like, wow, this was really like planned with heart.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can see
full
like,
on, man.
yeah, man, it was so different in
Very good experience.
Kansai region, like that
Yeah.
experience up there.
Yeah.
But
also,
Osaka, cool. The
remember-
people there are more chill, lah. Osaka, they are like really. Lain. It's like
they're
KL actually.
warm,
The
they're
food
very
is
warm.
very chill.
And also,
I got a
there's
funny
another
story.
beautiful- What? Of another
I got funny story because Derek's Irish. I got to tell his stories. I played one of the on my tour. I played Irish bar, and the venue owner never replied me like few days before it. So I went there, and he's drinking at the bar. I was like, sorry, mate, I've been on a bender. You gotta set up yourself. So lucky I had this American friend was there. He set it up for me, and the owner was just drinking down there. So it was an Irish guy. So the funny thing was what was it? My American friend was like, fuck this guy, let's drink the bar. So we just drank. So on top there was another bar. So we just drank it dry, man. With the patrons who came like, hey, free drinks. And because the owner didn't care. He was going through a hard time or something.
Was the owner Irish?
Yes, he was Irish. That's why it's like,
He just let people drink because he was so off his shit.
yeah, he just let go. I was like, oh.
Oh,
Damn.
definitely, 100% a woman. There's only one thing in the world will send an Irish guy into that fit of
Yeah,
fucking
I think it was the
3-day bender, and it had to be a woman.
Wow,
Nothing
It's so
else.
confident.
Oh, I'm very confident I would have. Like,
No
if it's-
comment.
if it's
No
a money,
comment.
if it's a money problem or a friend problem or something like that, there, or he lost some money, then but like
Maybe it's an Irish problem.
3-day bender, and then he lets people drink free drink in his bar.
Yeah.
Definitely a woman pissed him off badly, cheated on or something like that. There, 100%.
Osaka nights in Irish bar, different
Oh.
world, huh?
Yeah, you were about to say something earlier, Grace.
No, what was it? Oh, Yokohama. We have this venue called 7th Avenue, right?
Mm.
And then the owner of the place, he always welcomes us. From the first tour we went, every time we wanted to go to Japan, we always go to Yokohama, the same place. And he
Wow.
will always offer a slot for us to perform. And then every after gig performance, the chef will prepare the home cooked food, Japanese food. So
Nice.
all of us will share together. And one of our bandmates back then, he actually cried. He was so touched. Yeah, he was like,
Wow.
"Wow, I feel so welcome." And
Who's-
thank you for
okay.
having me
Wow.
here.
Name and shame. Who
Name and
cried?
shame.
Who cried?
I don't even remember.
Jeez, trumpet. Oh,
Oh, it was Ease.
yeah, he cried.
Is,
and then- yeah,
Cried.
Yes, he's the trumpeter.
yeah, he felt really touched. And then,
Wow. So sweet.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
So that's one of the gigs that I remember from FAZZ, and that's the place that
Nice.
we usually go to, and we keep in touch with the owner as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yokohama.
I think
Yeah.
once this bloody pandemic, you guys need to get to Europe. Definitely, actually, your next protocol.
Yeah, man.
We
Fly
were-
or
we were
flag,
sup-
proud
we were
leader, man.
supposed
Yeah.
to.
Really?
We were like,
Where?
yeah. After the second tour, we were in the midst of, because we had this one festival event in Japan that we played. It was in the heart of Tokyo, and the lady who got us the show was sort of like the person who's going to manage us in the future. So it was
Yeah.
like being very upfront. Hey, we booked your first show. I'm based in Malaysia. Let's meet up. Let's hang out and talk and everything. They end up managing us for about 2 years or so. But it was under the management. A lot of our plans just end up becoming, this is not going to happen and everything. So what happened was, after Tokyo, after Japan, we were booked up because I went to Europe with Salam Music.
Oh, right.
prior,
Yeah.
and
Cool.
Iris was the person I contacted to book that show for FAZZ as well. And she checked out the music, be like, very vaudeville, very
Yeah.
electro swing direction, and be like, yeah, cool. I was passing in contact for some place in Amsterdam and also in Germany as well. And we were like, okay, we're gonna have to plan it. So first, it's like a year-long plan. We plan this up 6 months down the road, booking, and then we prep for the show tickets and everything. But we had a new dynamic with the management, so we were like, it keeps so like 2 years down the road, we didn't do our tour.
It'll
And
happen
a lot of
eventually.
money.
UK and
Yeah,
Ireland.
don't worry, you'll pick it up. You'll pick it up. Yeah.
UK and Ireland will definitely love you guys. I mean,
Yeah, man.
Would love
definitely
to.
love you guys. Like,
I don't
Think
want
about
to
it.
back.
Yeah, and then now now FAZZ technically is just 3 of us. So we feel like, hey, right now it's gonna be cheaper for us to go for a tour.
That's true.
so
Why look at the looks?
we'll leave it here
But
for
you know.
we'll leave it here for part 2 then, and part 3. If you're willing to do part 3, we'll go into the recording of the album and
Okay.
the process of that. And and then we'll go into the future for FAZZ, like new drummer, hopefully, and all down that road. Okay.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, now 10 minutes, and we'll get you back on again. Okay, cheers, guys.
Okay.
See you guys soon.
And it's part 3 of the FAZZ podcast. Yay! We're keep going.
The fuck was that? Yeah.
Sorry, no idea.
His midnight voice.
Listen,
It's bedroom voice coming up.
I'm literally dealing with a cat sucking a woman's finger here at this minute.
Look at the cat.
Everything's gone sideways on us, like, so, like, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
That means the interview's going well.
Don't be hiding out, cat. We can see. Don't try to hide. Like, as soon as I said it, the cat tried to hide instantly. Like, we know what's going on with you, cat. So, guys, the difficult first album. Take us through it. So, how long were you together before you were confident to go? Okay, we've got enough material. We want to get this down on tape now, and get it recorded.
Oh right. Because when you're asking the question, I just thought, wait, why did we record that album though?
Why?
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 Well, that's interesting.
No, because we never actually had a reason to. We
Whoa,
felt
whoa.
that-
Fabian, what just happened? What's going on
Hey,
behind you?
Sorry, Farooq. Simply,
What happened?
Uncle,
Oh,
it's
what's
Uncle.
Oh, I just saw that.
Farooq, you missed the first one, you know.
Naked uncle just walking behind people's head and no one saying anything about it. Like, I just had to stop. Just stop the podcast. We've got a cat sucking a woman's finger. We've got a naked old man walking behind Fabian. The podcast has gone to shit, guys. Forget about it. Let's just go home.
No, we're into adult territory.
It's almost 12.
New
This
audience.
is not the late night podcast, bro. This is the late night podcast.
Yes.
Fuck me. Okay, so why did you record an album? That's a weird question.
That's an interesting
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead.
Because we've never actually had a reason to before. I mean, I know people say, you record album, you sell it. We've never thought that you could make
No,
money
it's not.
off album.
No, it's not to sell, but it's
Yeah,
it's
body of work.
It's your body of work. It's like an artist crafting a painting. Like how can you like? Are you a painter if you've never painted anything? You create songs, but the reason
I think for
they make them
years.
they make your songs tangible. You get them on the tape, so that's there.
Yeah, I can bring you home. I can take like FAZZ. Yeah,
Okay, I think it's because we've always struggled. We tried once a single here and there, but we've always struggled on how do we portray whatever we do live
I
without
understand
the
that.
visual in an
I
album.
understand that. Yeah, I understand what you're.
So that
where
was
you're coming
that
from.
was very
Empathize.
difficult. So we
Especially-
just felt like
Especially in the studio and everything's overdubbed and stuff like that. Does the energy of the band disappear?
Yeah.
And then like you guys, which is pure
capture-
energy.
Can you capture that energy? Can you capture
Yeah.
that energy in a sanitized environment like a recording studio?
Yeah.
so we were struggling with that. We felt that we've been doing EPs, some singles, and felt like, I mean, it's hard. Even we are not super convinced of how to sell that out to people.
Yeah.
But the reason why we actually record the album was because we had contact. Because the thing about FAZZ is we've never been good enough for ourselves, at least, to go around asking people, hey, how do we go to that festival, that kind of stuff. Most of the time we just ask straight to the direct source. We've always wanted to go to Korea during that time for a festival called Jarasun Jazz Festival. And the first year we applied, we were told, oh, we need to have press kit.
Yeah.
So we prepared a press kit. Then we applied, oh, you need to have some songs out there. Then by the third year, we like, oh, you need to have an album to submit. We just kept being declined. We just kept like, okay, no, this year we decide to take a different band, or that year different band. And we just felt like, oh, okay. And then one of the year was like, actually, hey guys, I think we need an album to submit for festival. People will want us that after that. So that was the
Damn
reason.
right.
It was
Damn
just
right.
because of that.
Good.
And to be honest, we got the album out. We still didn't get any festival.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hey,
Yeah.
but at least I made. Yeah, but
Yeah.
at least you
come
made the
on.
album.
This is why we
Yeah.
do what we do. To get
No, at least you
declined.
got an album, man. At least you got an album,
Yeah,
man.
who
And
cares?
for it, man.
Who cares if you got a festival? What you've
Yes,
what
you got an
done is
album.
You've put new music out into the world that no one
Yeah,
can ever take away from you guys. There's
exactly.
music out there that's yours. You've crafted it. It never can be taken away from you. It's something that you created that's you into this world.
The world tricked you into making an album, man. It's like, yeah, festival. Actually, it was the album.
And
That
that's
was the
right.
main thing.
And that's
The world-
that's one of the reasons for
world
making.
tricked
That's
you.
one of the reasons for getting stuff on the tape. It's like, as a musician, you have to craft your art, and you have to you have to get it out there. And like, yeah, you can do it without recording, but recording's the final arbiter of like,
Yeah.
like once you got it on the tape, then it's there forever. It's never going to go away. Your
Yeah.
music's now never ever going to go away, especially in the digital age. It will never go away. So like you've created something new in the world that will never die, ever.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how you-
harder. It's harder to make a physical CD disappear. You can
Yeah.
burn it, but it's gonna take a while, man. But
Yeah.
digital file, just delete, man. Click, gone already.
No,
Come on, man.
not anymore. There's too much of a there's too much of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. It's always
Yeah.
going to be there. It's always going to be there in some regard.
And that's exactly, we went through that stage. Hey, they just said submit MP3, and we were like, no, man, we
No,
recorded in
absolutely
Wave
not.
and all the
Absolutely.
stuff. And then you're going through all this. No, we gotta be in Wave, man. We can't do it
Your
that
music's
eventually just go
far
on
too
to-
your music's too big to be fucking dithered down on
Yeah.
MP3s. It would just the soul would
Yeah.
be ruined from it. Like you need it big
Just
and
flatten out. Yeah.
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 So,
Exactly.
But I really enjoyed the
where-
album, man. I mean,
where did you record the album? Who did you record it with? Take us through the process.
So it was after we were signed with our previous management team, who decided to said, you know what, we want you guys to make an album. So here's the fund, go make an album. So we initially approached Maverick. Oh my god, who runs
Paul.
Maverick again?
Paul.
Paul Morrison.
Paul.
Paul wanted to produce our album.
Shout out to Paul
So-
Morrison, Maverick.
So Joan came over for a session for one of our songs, but then we couldn't schedule for the upcoming session because he was relatively very busy with some session himself. So we just like, hey, it's either we just push the album or we bring it somewhere else. So we went to Pulse instead. We got to Madan and Adam Lewis Yates, who actually produced the album together with us, and we went through the process instead there. And I think 3 months down the road, we got the album out.
Yeah.
And the whole shemale, I mean, they were recommending us, hey, let's send it to Pete May here to master and stuff. We'll mix it here and everything. Got that whole down, and we got the album. And the best part, it was a month before we actually went for a week before we went for our third Japan tour. The
Okay.
whole month thingy.
Nice.
So that's when that happened. So we bought the album there a bit. We managed to sold it off here and there, and
So
it's only when we got back here.
how did you find the full
Nice.
recording process of the album? Was it torturous?
Ye-
Were you disappointed? Did you? Were you? You can
You know what? To be honest,
you
okay.
can be honest. Like,
I'll be really honest, I only play the bass. My job is very simple.
oh, that's such a
Okay.
political answer to your question.
Yeah.
It's so-
Oh my God! You should be
No,
a
so who
member.
bought the
You should be a
brand?
member of
Who bought the
DAP.
brand?
You should be a member of DAP with that answer. Like that is the most political answer I've ever heard. Yeah. I only play the bass. I had nothing to do with anything at all. Nothing.
So I
So
get
we
Grace was
thought-
stressed out. No,
Yeah.
who was stressed out?
Yeah, it
Um,
was quite stressful, to be honest. And also we had a timeline that we had to finish the whole entire album because we also wanted to take the album to for our
That's
tour.
all.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we had our timeline, and almost every day we went to the studio to record it. Some parts we re-recorded it, but there were a couple of songs that they were still new.
Mm.
We composed not too long ago before the album, so they weren't seasoned. So to understand the whole structure, the song stories, yeah, for us to digest it, yeah, it was a little bit stressful.
I think the
But
only way I
again,
think the only way they will record your band properly is they find a place big enough that sounds good enough and just do these all live. Maybe record
You
the
guys,
vocal.
yeah.
Maybe
a
record
record
You
over.
guys
live.
did it live,
Maybe
semi
not.
live.
Maybe record over the vocals
No,
at the end up.
no,
It wasn't live, semi-live
Yeah,
kind of recording.
yeah. Like I
no.
was thinking, you're all gonna be over the. Like I think the only way to capture what you guys do properly live on the tape is forget about sanitization. Forget about like polishing the music into death. You need to just capture the energy of what you guys do, and just
Yeah.
if you get a good enough room with good enough microphones on good enough equipment, and you guys can play well, just let you go at it until it
And a
sounds
producer who understands you, I think is very
exactly. Yeah,
That's
important.
right. I think that's
Like,
very
and
important.
I mean, I knocked out my album in 3 hours, but it was just a trio. And
yeah.
I had a friend who I've been working in the last 10 years and understanding. So, I think it's just finding right person and time.
Yeah.
So I think you guys will work. I think it'd be brilliant one day you just go in and knock one out live, man.
I know.
And
I
just
know.
treat it like a party, man. Don't treat it like you're recording. Like have some food, like the one your
I
parents
definitely
did.
know. I definitely know where
Make
I would. I definitely know where I would take you for your sake, and I'm like to record like, and I definitely know who could
Yeah.
like. And Roseanne would definitely be able to. Roseanne Rothman, who I work with,
Oh, Rosanna.
Roseanne would definitely be able to capture these guys live perfectly. Like he just would. He just knows what he's.
We actually never had the opportunity to work with enough people to know our sound. We
Long
had
enough.
friends, yeah, but I think that was one of the main issue with the album for us. We
Yeah.
had a producer who probably don't really understand the music
Yeah.
well
Mm.
enough. So it ended up becoming more like, hey, most of the band here produce a lot of band, yeah, sure, but I'm not trying to say we're unique, but do you have any sample of the kind of music like us that you could mix? Because we're not jazz, no, we're not rock. We're
Yeah.
somewhere in between those two huge spectrum, and
Yeah.
with a lot of the Broadway stuff going on. Dude, our track, hey, you gotta make sure it's in click track. So we spent ages bringing Lynn over. Okay, guys, we're gonna make our own tempo map. This is a dip. Everything
Wow, you guys did that. Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, we did all that just to try to
Wow, them-
capture the whole tempo drop and everything, the music, just to make sure we're tight. Because one of
Okay.
Paul Morrison's biggest advice to us guys, doesn't matter what kind of song, you gotta get it on click. You gotta make sure it's right.
Okay.
If it's a lot of ups and downs, get it done. All right, we learn from that. We make our own click track and everything, and we record it in a different studio. But I think it's just the tone and the sound of the band that was not portrayed properly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different FAZZ lah. That FAZZ definitely not the live one.
Like you
It's
can,
a different representation of your.
you can certainly tempo map your band, but still while still retaining the energy. Like
Yeah.
plenty of click won't kill the energy of your band. There's no,
Mm.
but it is, as you say, it's capturing the overall sound properly for that overall energy. So yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't no disrespect like the Madden or Pulse or any or the guys who did use like it's just like it's just
They did the
everybody's got an
best, yeah.
experience. It's just an experience for everybody. Like they probably just never
Yeah.
have like being like if you've never done a band like these guys before, it's been incredibly difficult to nail it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
still a good album. No, it's still a good album, man. I mean, like by any measure, man. I mean, I understand the live version of the band, but the recording. I mean, most of the time that a lot of bands try to replicate to do the live. It's very difficult.
But-
Like you
yeah,
said, it's also about the people.
That's also very true.
For
Yeah.
FAZZ,
Yeah.
especially for a band like FAZZ, the recording should be a representation of the live band. I think that's what you would want as well.
Mm.
I think
Were
that's what
you guys satisfied with your studio sound that was produced? Not just in terms of Madan and his work and all that, but as FAZZ, considering that you weren't able to capture the live essence of FAZZ, were you all happy with the studio FAZZ that came out at the end?
I think all of us thought that it definitely can be done better. Yeah.
How about your listeners, your fans? What they how they respond to the album?
I think they gave us a mixture of different opinions, but majority did say that it's not as the same as how they watch us live. Yeah.
Yep. That's the
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Even though when they listen to the song, it is still very interesting to listen, but then the feel of it sometimes it's not there, that they don't know how to react to it. Like they know they remember how we performed live, but then when they listen to it, it's like, oh, it's different dimension kind of thing. Yeah.
I would describe it like don't have the wow, you know, when the live don't be fast, like the wow.
And that's what you need. You need that that big
the
energy,
sonic
like,
representation of the
Yeah. That's actually a good description. Sonic.
like
I mean, I think don't stop there. I think in the future, take your time. I mean, like, but I think you guys should do a second one, which might be new songs. Don't redo the old songs. I mean, do something new, where it's I think kind of fresh and
absolutely. You like
boom.
there's no point trying to redo the first album.
Yes, don't.
Because every band's got material that they feel like wasn't recorded to the best, didn't capture what their band sounded like. There's no point trying to go back and recapture fire, recapture lightning. Just move on. Use it as a learning curve. You know better now. Next one will be better. That's just
It's like I mean, Lin, you're from theater, you know. I mean, it's theater as a live art and filmmaking. It's very different, you know. So what you try, like the album is like a film. It's this fixed representation, whereas theater is a lot more. You know, of course, it's going to be different. So I came in listening album like I understand this is not going to be FAZZ live. And I still enjoyed it, and because I already separated that, you know. But again, it's different mediums, so it's interesting, you know. And then what year was that? What year was the album? 2018, 17, 18, 18.
17.
17. Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember it was at Calpac, a festival. I think I drove in and Lynn had the CD and I had to drive in. I was blind, going to wind down video. And I remember I bought it from you. So I go take my car first. I drive in. I had to leave. Remember that? Yeah.
You were blind?
He was.
It was at a festival. Yeah, no, I had played and I had to leave immediately. And I think.
Oh, YSDF. I think it's the Saidabi Festival.
Yes. Yeah. So I was running. Yeah, just drove in. Drive-through album, man. Thank you. All right. Got some fries with that.
That's interesting concept.
Cool.
So what's next for FAZZ in terms of releases? Any new projects?
Yes. Actually, after that period of us doing the studio album, we have been pushing like songs, releases, homemade, home mix. Yeah. Farouk did everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the one videos of the one where y'all are dancing in front of the camera in your.
Yeah.
It's done.
That was damn fun, lah. I remember watching it thinking, my God, I miss watching FAZZ. Just the two of you somehow, you know.
Yeah.
We miss performing too. Like I mean, everybody misses the whole, doing it in the physical space kind of thing. Like, we all miss it so much. Can't wait. I mean, I think we've all been talking like when the time comes when everyone's going out to do things, the feeling must be so refreshing. Even when you just sit and just watch the audience watch the performers doing that thing, you feel like, oh man, I feel you. I don't even care your wrong notes, but appreciate it's so precious. I really I really want to go out to watch shows again. Not only to perform my diet.
About it.
My only question is the new FAZZ song is going to have 10-minute prog guitar solos and double neck guitars?
You're hiring a guitarist. No, please don't.
Are we going to have, as FAZZ songs going to have 10-minute guitar solos that are all completely on double neck guitars?
But you know what? We've never actually considered, because when right before COVID hit, we actually scaled down. We had horns, and then we ended up our relationship with the management, and we finished the contract. And we felt that we should just keep it in review, open communication. Let's not continue the deal. And COVID hits. We lost a drummer. We lost our horn section.
You lost the horn section are gone as well.
Oh, serious?
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess so.
You don't
Okay.
know.
There was no proper here you can sign this and everything. We just felt like the minute you stop showing your interest or stop showing up, you're gone.
Okay.
It's
I
simple as
see.
that for us.
Okay.
So there was no verbal communication for the leaving.
Grace, our mother, said, you know what? We let them do their own stuff. They need to grow.
Grace
We do our
kind of
stuff.
brave face on the situation. Grace is like, I don't want to blame for any of this.
No, because for us, when Kevin left, that was the last time I ever had anxiety in the band, was when Kevin left, feeling that what we're gonna do after this. Then after
Yeah.
Nick came in, when our previous drummer left and our horn section, we just felt like, let's meet up, right? Let's plan out a sound direction that we
have
want
no
to go.
drummers been
Everything just moved.
have no drummers been biting at the butt? They trying to get in with you guys. I know if I was a drummer and there was a free position.
No, nobody. Yeah, nobody's knocking on your
I would
door
fucking-
like, I want to join you guys.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
wanting to fucking jump
Nobody
at the
actually
chance.
asked if
What?
they can play drums for us. It's more like reaching out to them.
It's crazy.
They shy lah. Malaysian musicians all.
And that is so crazy.
But I also have to say a lot of people didn't know that. John
Probably
left.
don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if y'all made an announcement.
Did Joe
or-
not post it?
No lah.
No.
Did he post it? No lah. I
What-
heard
what
from
did-
him by.
What did we say? Did we agree to make like anything? I know we said
I
that.
think there was an
we would-
official. I think there was an official announcement because I think that's how I found out.
I only found no. I only
Eric,
okay,
you
I
have
only
found
I
out,
only
I
knew
told you.
I only knew when, remember the last live fight gig I organized and you guys played, and it's like, we're just 4 of you. It's okay. I thought it was gonna be like the whole stage, and it's like, it was. I think just 4 of you lah.
That time
Yeah.
John was still there. That time John was still
Yeah,
there. But
John was there, so it's just 4 of you. But it's still like kick a set, man. I was like, oh, cool, all right, So I was like, okay, I guess they're moving on. But it seems like you guys, it's interesting with your band because you're always evolving and you deal with it. I think that's most bands just freak out, man. Like, what do you do? Let's break
Yeah.
up.
It's not easy, but yeah, we have to.
let's just say it's gotten easier. It was
Okay.
hard, but it just felt like now like, okay, right. So let's go write something else. Let's go hit
Okay.
radio. But we've always thought about, trying to move along the line, still build the storytelling into our writing
Yeah.
and
Of
try to put
course,
some modern element into it, sound a bit. Then eventually we've got Ayam, a drummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
who's been playing with us.
involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Lovely,
fact, I mean,
lovely.
Yeah,
fellow.
in fact, now
Lovely
to be
fellow.
honest, I think we could safely say we have a new member in the band, two
Okay,
new
so
members.
we're making this
joined us.
official now. I am
On the waiting
I am
room?
the new drummer of FAZZ.
All right.
Okay, so we'll welcome.
And who's
I
the
Am
other
to
new
FAZZ.
member?
A bit
Mm-hmm.
on saxophone, clarinet, anything we need him to play.
So you can
Wasn't
play 2 things at once.
Abid already playing?
Yeah,
Before-
Yeah,
he's
he did
been-
a while ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Among everything else, he was the only one who stayed and said, he can still
Okay.
play. I mean, he was not official because he still played for Salah Music and all these other
Right.
projects here and there.
Abid.
cool.
Gotta
Good
love
guy.
Abid. Yeah.
Good guy.
Good stuff.
So
Yeah.
that's how it is now.
Well,
So
that's-
yeah, technically
Nice.
we could safely say there's like 5 of us now in the band.
Okay,
That's
well,
right,
That's
yeah.
great.
Nice.
So
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Okay,
Cool.
guys. Well, usually at the end of the podcast, we'll give you the guests the last minute to promote their new stuff. Give everybody your hashtags and stuff. So the last minute is over to you guys. Hashtag yourselves out completely.
Oh, I think one hashtag we can confidently say is hashtag we are FAZZ. That's our first and most hashtag we're trying to promote.
Okay, good.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The reason why this, okay, I know we shouldn't talk anymore, but this is a story worth sharing. I
Oh, yeah.
swear to
Okay.
God.
Go ahead.
So we wanted to go and get ourselves incorporated.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
Sorry,
went
you want to
and we
get
went
yourself what?
incorporated.
Okay.
So registered kind of stuff. So we
Yeah.
thought of like, okay, let's go to IPO, get our thing done, get FAZZ down and everything. So we were searching around. So we wanted to make FAZZ official as the official handler because we've been using FAZZ official, and then Instagram is something else and everything. And lo and behold, we went to Facebook. We found FAZZ official already being used by a perfume brand.
Oh.
So like, okay, then I mean, hey, FAZZ is not the most unique of names. So we just went through their page. Dude, I swear to God, in 2017, April, they posted a photo of their new product line with a blatant copy of our logo smack on their product.
Serious?
Same logo.
Yes.
I swear to God, our exact logo, our exact miniature artwork, everything is in the perfume bottle.
Is this a Malaysian company?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
So suing or not?
So again, so we wanted to sue, but we knew the best way to sue is to, regardless, we have to get ourselves signed first. So because if approach any lawyer, who owns the name, the IP first should be the thing to decide.
Yeah.
So we thought, first of all, okay, let's check out. The company sort of like shut down or something like that because they have no new posting. It's just been quiet since 2017. It's just that perfume bottle with our logo there. We're like, motherfucker.
Do we know?
Anyways.
Do we know who run the company?
Oh my God.
I mean, we didn't PM them or anything. We just thought, okay, let's go to IP, get it registered first. So we went and checked in IPO. I mean, because we couldn't go and get it registered because they haven't opened up for public visit. Lo and behold, FAZZ is actually already signed in and already has an IPO by a detergent company.
It's called FAZZ.
Detergent. Perfume detergent.
You can, detergent. You can find it.
Oh, okay.
So we thought, okay, the next thing we should do, you know what? Let's just make a new hashtag. So we're currently looking into like keeping FAZZ or just calling ourselves We Are FAZZ.
Yeah.
We definitely won't change to anything funny or anything else yet, but currently we're just trying to move into this direction.
We Are FAZZ can be your IP, but like FAZZ is just going to be your name.
Yeah, that's still a band name, but your IP is We Are FAZZ. That's fine. Yeah.
Like we're the waiting room, but like officially and for YouTube and stuff like that, we're the waiting room because the waiting room's already been taken by other people. But like, fuck them.
It's not like we went and registered for anything.
My waiting room.
My waiting room. My house.
Fuck them from over there.
Cool.
Like the waiting room was really a song by Fugazi anyway. Like so, like we really can't take the name, but like we're stealing it.
But we got blessings from them, yeah, man.
Yeah, we already got blessings.
Yay.
We already got
Nice.
the Pope's blessing, Ian Mackay, the Pope.
Yeah.
But okay, guys. Any more hashtags you want to throw out?
So yeah, so I'll leave it to Grace and Lynn.
Yeah,
I believe
go
they have
ahead.
some stuff to share.
Ladies, go ahead.
It's not just hashtags. Drop your name on Spotify. Tell people where to find you.
Sure.
Yeah, your project.
How to search your name, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the new song.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are currently actually working out on like releasing a new song, and the photo shoot is like happening. Well, not literally this weekend because this will be aired later. But this song will be released on the 19th. We are so excited. Mainly because like we were thinking like, you know, times like this is not good to spam, but it's equally as good to create, you know. It feels so good to just express, and as an artist it's so important to meluahkan things like this at times like this.
Listen,
so
guys,
Cosmos is basically like
you're releasing new music.
Yeah.
You're releasing new. You're not spamming cover songs. You're not,
no.
Yes.
Check out my new video of this cover song that's been done 45,000 times by 45,000 other fucking people. Who cares about that shit you're doing? Fuck you, Brendan. You're
Brendan.
Hey,
he's such
pays
a fucking
the bills.
He's such a whore. He's such a whore.
Yeah. So this song is like a dance tune. It really takes FAZZ's spirit together to say like, you know, whatever happens, let's just dance. Don't forget to do that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Don't forget to dance.
So 19 March, huh?
19th of March.
Yeah. This song is called
Excellent.
Cosmos, and we're super excited.
And
I think it is
produced,
very precious to
produced
still.
and mixed by the man himself down here.
Oh, actually, it's this way, but there, the guy is there over there. Yeah,
Oh, here he's down. It's produced by Farouk.
yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's everybody. It's different for everyone.
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
For me, he's right below me. Like, so you're
Oh,
For
I
me, it's
believe
you.
you. Sup?
you're mixed then, Farouk.
Cool.
Yeah, I tried.
Nice.
I've heard
nice.
some of your mixes. Your mixes are pretty good, so I wouldn't be so
Thank you.
bashful.
Hey,
So,
you know what? You're one of the few people who said that. The only person I share my thoughts with and get feedback from is my bandmates.
Okay.
I'm so cautious about it. I was so worried to share with people about what I do,
Well,
and
like,
most of the time I don't even ask about that.
I'll be honest. I'll give you like once I hear the single, I'll give you constructive criticism. I won't just say, but I'll always give you.
All right.
Wow, that would be so
Okay,
nice.
guys. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a really enjoyable.
Thank you very much,
podcast.
Faz.
Thank you for having
All right,
us,
Faz.
everyone.
All the
19th
best.
of March.
Godspeed.
Thanks, guys.
19th of March, guys.
Thank
Some
you,
new
guys.
material finally from FAZZ again. Like so, like everybody check
Yep.
that out. So FAZZ number 29 Weight Room Podcast over and out. Cheers, guys.
See you guys on the
Bye,
other
guys.
side.
Peace.